Good morning to everyone. I'm Kumar Reddy, teaching the subject utilization of electrical energy in 4.1. Unit name is Unit 1, Selection of Motors. Selection of motors. This is the overall diagram of a UEE. This is the overall diagram of the utilization of electrical energy subject. And it is the overall diagram of electrical power flow. It is the overall diagram of electrical power flow. Already we know that in electrical system we have 4 stages of power flow. First one is generation. First one is generation, which is in a black color, and second one is transmission, which is in a blue color, and third one is a distribution. Third one is a distribution, which is in a green color, and fourth one also is there, that is the utilization. Okay, after this green color, this is called utilization. Okay, that means after this green, everything is called utilization. Okay, there is a fourth stage also is there. That fourth stage of power flow is called utilization of electrical energy. That means from generation station to from generation stations to our street, power will be flow. After from our street to our house, and we are using that power in different manners. That is as a fan, as a mixie, as a grinder, TV, and etc. That means the power which is coming to our home, and we are utilizing that power in different manners. That different manners is called utilization. Okay, that is called utilization of electrical energy. These are the subjects. Sorry, these are the books, textbooks referred by the JNTU. Okay, this is the prescribed textbooks from JNTU. First one is utilization of electrical energy by Openshaw Taylor. This is the father, and second one is art and science of utilization of electrical energy by H. Parthav. This is the second prescribed book by the JNTU. And these two books are called, these two books comes under JNTU reference textbooks. Okay. First one is utilization of electrical power by N.V. Suryanarayana, and second one is generation, distribution, and utilization of electrical energy by C.L. Wadhwa. Okay, these two, first two are the JNTU prescribed textbooks, and second two are the JNTU reference textbooks. And next one is further reference textbooks. Okay, beyond this four textbooks, these are the further reference textbooks. Okay, these two textbooks are same author, but editions are different. Okay, this is the old version, and this is the new version. Okay, and next one is generation of utilization of electrical energy by Sivanagaraju, and last one is utilization of electrical power by R.K. Rajput. Okay, now I am mostly following these textbook, that is J.B. Gupta, utilization of electrical power and electrical traction, and next to that is second one, that is generation and utilization of electrical energy by Sivanagaraju. Okay, most of all I am following these two textbooks. Okay, that is J.B. Gupta and Sivanagaraju. Next, unit 1. This unit 1 is mostly followed in J.B. Gupta. Okay, unit 1 mostly followed in J.B. Gupta. This is the syllabus. Choice of motor, types of electrical drives, starting and running characteristics of motors, and speed control. Okay, temperature rise, applications of electrical drives, types of industrial loads, continuous loads, intermittent loads, and variable loads. And last topic is a load equalization. These are the topics. Okay, first unit has a very large syllabus, but we have to study only the topics given in the syllabus. Okay, only the topics given in the syllabus we have to concentrate. Next, first topic is a choice of motors. Okay, here it is a first topic is a choice of motors. Choice of motors. Choice of motors. This is the overall diagram. This is the overall diagram of unit 1. Okay, these if you study these 8 factors, then unit 1 is 90% almost completed. Okay, in this 8 factors, these 5 factors are very important. That is types of drives, nature of loads, electrical characteristics, and mechanical characteristics, and service capacity and rating. Okay, these 5 topics are very important because these are included in the syllabus. Okay, these are included in the syllabus. Hence, these are factors in factors collection of factors governing collection of. Okay, mute లో పెట్టుకోండి. Okay, thank you. Okay, eight factors are, first one is nature of electrical supply, and second one is types of drives, nature of loads, electrical characteristics, and fifth one is mechanical considerations, sixth one service capacity and rating, seventh one appearance, and last one, eighth one, cost considerations. There are subtopics also is there. Okay, in the next slide we will see the subtopics also. Okay, these are the subtopics. Nature of electrical supply. In electrical supply there are two types of supplies. First one is AC supply, and second one is a DC supply. In AC supply we have again two types of supplies. First one is single phase, and second one is a three phase. Okay, first one is a single phase, two types of supplies. First one is a three phase three wire, and second one is a three phase four wire. Three phase three wire is a 440 volts 50 Hz frequency. It is called a delta connection. And second one is three phase four wire having a voltage 415 volts and a frequency 50 Hz, which is called a star connection. Okay, four wire means R Y B R Y B. These are the three wires, and a fourth wire is neutral. Okay, fourth wire is a neutral, hence it is a three phase four wire. In star connection we have a one neutral, along with that neutral it is called a three phase four wire. Okay, next, second one, nature of drives. Nature of drives subtopics are group drives, individual drives, multi-motor drives. These are the types of drives. We have different types of classifications. Okay, nature of drives are classified into another categories also, but depending upon motors. Okay, your main point is depending upon motors. Depending upon motors, these drives are divided into three types: group drives, individual drives, and multi-motor drives. Okay, in briefly we will explain. Okay, this is the outline, just outline. Next one is nature of loads. Nature of loads are two types. First one is with respect to time, and second one is with respect to duty cycle. There are two types of loads. First one is with respect to time, and second one is with respect to duty cycle. And fourth one is electrical characteristics. Already we studied this electrical characteristics in missions 1. Okay, in missions 1 subject we already discussed already we learned this electrical characteristics. Okay, that is starting characteristics, operational or running characteristics, speed control, and braking characteristics. In syllabus braking characteristics is not there. Okay, in syllabus braking characteristics is not there. Only starting characteristics, operational or running characteristics are there, and speed control. Okay, now in learning we learn speed control and sorry starting characteristics and operational characteristics as one. Okay, as a one topic and speed control as a second topic. Okay, in this electrical characteristics speed control, one of the speed controls are there, special type of speed controls are there, which is called a Ward Leonard method and a constant current method. Okay, these are one of the important topics. Next, mechanical considerations. Mechanical considerations, this is the one of the important topic and which is included in the syllabus. In this four topics, these fourth topic is very important. Okay, in mechanical considerations these fourth topic is very important, that is heating and cooling time constants of a motor. Okay, heating and cooling time constants of a motor. Sorry, here we have two equations, heating equation and cooling equations. Okay, in this chapter we have three derivations. And before before this mechanical considerations we have one derivation, and in this mechanical considerations we have two derivations. First one is a heating derivation and second one is a cooling derivation. Okay, these are very important derivations. Okay, next, service and service capacity and rating. This also, this is the important next important topic. In this important topic that is requirements for continuous, intermittent or variable loads. This is very important topic. Okay, next one is appearance. Appearance are three types. First one is natural cooling, self cooling, and separate cooling. Next, eighth one is a cost considerations. Cost considerations, capital or initial cost, running or operational cost. Okay, this is the outline explanation of factors governing selection of motors. Okay, this slide will be appeared after continuation of every topic. Suppose this is the first topic. Okay, up to here it is the first topic. If this first topic is completed, again this slide will be appeared. Okay, next second topic will be continued. Okay, if second topic is completed, again this slide will be appeared. Okay, that means in coming slides if this slide is if this slide came, then it is understood that we are going to next topic. Okay, that is this is the first topic. If this slide will came, then it is comes to second topic. Okay, Now, what is the first topic? First topic is the nature of electric supply. Nature of electric supply. Nature of electrical supply. Nature of electrical supply. Already we discussed. Electrical supply is of two types. First one is a AC supply and second one is a DC supply. In DC there is no frequency. Okay, this is the one of the important point. For a DC supply there is no frequency. For AC supply we have a frequency of 50 hertz. Okay, another frequency is also there, standard frequency, that is a 60 hertz. Okay, second frequency is a 60 hertz. This 60 hertz frequency is maintained in foreign countries. Okay, in foreign countries frequency is 60 hertz, whereas in India frequency is 50 hertz. In AC supply there are two types of supplies, three phase supply and a single phase supply. Single phase supply is of 230 volts, frequency 50 hertz, and a three phase. Three phase again divided into two types. First one is a three phase three wire, okay, which is a RYB, and it is also called a delta connection. These voltage is a 440 volts, frequency is a 50 hertz. Okay, 440 volts and frequency is 50 hertz. Next, three phase four wire star connected. Star connected means totally four connections, RYB and neutral. Okay, and supply is 415 volts and frequency 50 hertz. Okay, for DC supply it is 220 volts, 50 frequency is 0, and current is 5 amperes. Here current is 5 amperes, and here current will be 20 amperes, almost 20 amperes and 15 amperes. Okay, for current shock, if current is more than 1 ampere, okay, then it is dangerous. Or if current is nearer to 5 amperes, this current also very dangerous. Okay, next, DC supply. In DC supply, in this chapter we are going to discuss each and every about a selection of motors only. Okay, whether we are teaching in supply or DC supply or AC supply or three phase supply, we are going
కుమారెడ్డి గారు
sir.
హలో, ఒక 2 minutes అండి, అదే స్టూడెంట్స్ తో మాట్లాడుతున్నా.
Okay sir.
అదే మీరు లైన్ లోనే ఉండండి. ఓకే, వెల్కమ్ టు ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ ట్రిపుల్ స్టూడెంట్స్. సో ఆల్రెడీ classes are starting from today onwards. Daily 5 hours will be there, and already vice chairman sir already told you. And coming to these placements, out of 12 members, how many are registered in this Hexaware technology? Today is the last date. This roll number 17 mh 201 is there, 18 mh 201, 202, 204, 206, 207, 210, 211, 213, 219, 222, 226. Totally there are 12 members in Hexaware eligibility list. Today is the last date. Please all of you register, and especially and Govindraju and Manikanta, please inform all the 12 members to register by today. Today is the last. And already DXC Technologies result it is announced. Total in our college 183 members are selected. And similarly, Capgemini also, they will take some 200 to 250 members. And similarly, Hexaware is also coming. And after that, core companies will also come. If anything is there, I will post that link in your WhatsApp group. Please, all the eligible students, you should register. If you attend all the interviews, they definitely will select in any one campus. Okay. Especially for software, only 3 branches are allowed: computer science, ECE, and EEE. So you are under a circuit branch, EEE. So definitely you are allowed for all the software currencies writing their exams. Okay, so it is very advantage to mechanical and civil. And I think totally 8 members are registered in Hexaware. 21st is the last date. Remaining 4 members also please register. Okay, here all these members are there in this group. 201, 202, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, 13, 19, 22, 26.
Yes, sir.
All are there. Okay, and okay. So 12 members already Kumar Reddy sir, he posted in the group. Please, today is the last date, register. Okay, in lunch hour 12:30 to you are having a lunch hour. You can register. Okay. And another thing, every week we have to submit attendance to JNTU Kakinada. Because they asked that this 2021 academic year online classes attendance. You already saw that academic calendar. Okay. So please be present for all the classes, and your roll numbers are displaying with red mark here, means you are present. Okay. How much time you are there, that will be recorded in these teams. So please be present from 9:30 to 4:30, except in lunch hour, 12:30 to 2 o'clock. And another thing is, who are having uh, next academic year, so we have to clear all the old videos. And this academic year also 1 month time is given to clear if you are having any due other than fees reimbursement students. So please follow that instructions, and you should clear the present year due within 1 month and old to clear within 3 to 4 days. Okay. Uh, thank you. In any this Hexaware students who are still didn't register, please register today. Today is the last day. If you are having any doubt, please ask Kumar Reddy sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Kumar Reddy, your continuation, sir. You can continue. Okay. Sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, we will continue our class. Okay. Okay, we will continue our class from nature of supply. Okay, nature of electrical supply. There are two types of electrical supplies. First one is AC supply, and second one is DC supply. DC supply has a frequency 0. AC has a frequency 50 Hz standard. Okay, 50 Hz standard is in India, and 60 Hz standard is in foreign countries. Okay, and these AC supply is of two types: three phase, single phase. Okay, these are the two types of AC supply, and in three phase there are two types. First one is three phase 4 wire, sorry, three phase 3 wire, and second one is a three phase 4 wire. Okay, three phase 3 wire is called a delta connection, and a three phase 4 wire is called a star connection. Okay, voltages are for a delta connection. Voltage is 440 volts, frequency 50 Hz, and current is 20 amperes. And for a three phase 4 wire star connected, for star connected supply is voltage is 415 volts, frequency 50 Hz, and current is 15 amperes. Okay, this is the uh, study of supply with respect to motors. Why? Because our unit is a unit selection of motors. Okay, that means each and everything we are studying only in aspect of motors only. Okay, whether it is a DC supply or a AC supply, we have to consider only DC motors only. Okay, or we have to consider motors only. Okay, next, DC supply. In DC supply, how this DC supply is used to motors. Okay, In that direction only we have to study. DC supply. D supply means it can be given to DC motors. Okay, and so DC supply is used to get excellent torque and speed operating characteristics. This is the important point, torque speed characteristics. Okay, for DC motors we have one best quality, that is it has a starting torque, huge starting torque when compared to AC motors or a special motors. DC motors have a huge starting torque. Okay, and DC motors can be smoothly operated. Okay, DC motors can be smoothly operated and it has a best starting torque. Okay, so that for that reasons we use DC motors. Frequently we use DC motors. Okay, for that DC motors we are giving DC supply. Okay, and for DC supply, DC motors are used, and for this DC motors we have best torque and torque speed characteristics. Okay, torque speed characteristics. Next, flexible speed control which cannot be obtained by AC motors. Okay, flexible speed control, that means we can control DC motors at any fine speed. Okay, fine speed means a small speed. Okay, that may be 1 rpm, 2 rpm, or 12 rpm, 17 rpm, any rpm. Okay, it can be maintained at any rpm. Okay, next, applications. Okay, here I am going to tell one important point. In this subject, utilization of electrical energy, we have to write each and every application. Okay, maximum we have to write one application. That means one example. That is see here, for DC supply, it is used for traction equipments, hoist equipments, elevators. This like we have to write a ending point. Okay, for each and every topic we have to write at least one application. Okay, that is one of the important point in a UE subject. In this subject we have to write one application at least. Okay, okay, next, applications like traction equipments means a train, related to train. Next, hoist, elevators. Okay, steel mills, cranes. Okay, in this equipments we use mostly DC supply. Okay, DC supply means it is indirectly it is a DC motor. Okay, for this purpose here, this is one of the important point. For this purpose AC is converted into DC. Okay, generally we have available voltage is AC voltage. Okay, this for this best application, that is application of traction equipments, hoist, elevators, steel mills. Okay, here we require a DC supply, hence here AC is converted into DC. Okay, for this purpose AC is converted into DC. Okay, next, AC supply. AC supply we have three phase and a single phase. In three phase we are using polyphase induction motors, squirrel cage type for a small rating, and a slip ring for a higher rating. Okay, already we discussed that each and every topic is studied in the direction of motors only. Okay, hence AC supply. The AC supply is given to motors of three phase polyphase induction motors and a squirrel cage. Squirrel cage is for small ratings. For small ratings, squirrel cage induction motor. For high ratings, slip ring induction motors. Okay, for high ratings, slip ring induction motor. For small, squirrel cage induction motor. Okay, already we know that induction motors are two types. First one is a squirrel cage induction motor and a slip ring induction motor. In squirrel cage induction motor, resistance is 0. Why? Because everything is a short circuited. Okay, that means rotor is a short circuited, okay, and resistance is 0. In slip ring induction motor, resistance can be varied, okay, resistance can be varied, okay. When resistance is varying, it can go for a higher rating. When resistance is 0, it can go for only small ratings. Next, single phase supply. For single phase supply, single phase motors are used for small loads, okay. That means this three phase is used for a high rating only, okay. Generally this three phase is used for a high rating only, okay. Now single phase is used for a small loads or a small ratings, okay. Three phase is for high rating, single phase for a low rating or a small loads. Next, merits of high frequency. Merits of high frequency. Here, frequency is 0. Frequency is 0 for DC, and frequency is 50 hertz for AC. Here, high frequency also plays a important role. That is, if frequency is high, okay, if frequency is high, then size of motor, okay, size of motor will decrease, efficiency increases, regulation increases, maintenance will be low maintenance, okay. That means it has a most cost saving. Here we can save most of the cost, and you can shift the motor. We can shift the motor with very easy, because size is very small, okay. Your size is very small, and so you can shift the motor very easily, okay. These all depends upon the single parameter, which is called a high frequency, okay. This is very very important, high frequency. If it is a, if this motor has high frequency, then size will be less, okay. Efficiency will be more, and regulation is also very good. Regulation is good, and size is, as a size is very small, it is easy to travel. That is it is easy to transport, okay. Cost is very low. That means it gives a more amount of profits to the industry. Next, this is the main formula regarding alternators, and this is the main formula regarding motors, okay. First formula is for alternators. Alternators means AC generator.
Generators.
AC generator. Next, second formula is for
Yes.
motor.
Motors.
Okay. Here P represents
Motors.
okay, okay. Here P represents output power, okay. In both conditions, P is the output power, and first formula is 4 into Kf Kd into Kp 5 F into capital T into I cos theta, okay. Here Kf is called a form factor, okay. Kf is a form factor. Next, Kd is the distribution factor. Kd is the distribution factor, and Kp is the pitch factor, okay. Here for sine wave, form factor is 1.11.
One.
This is
114.
this is the best value, okay. Next, distribution factor,
504.
okay. Next, distribution factor. Distribution factor means in windings, okay. In windings, we have one important factor, that is a distribution factor, and second important factor in windings is a pitch factor. Here pitch means length, okay. Length of the wire, length of the wire or a length from one wire to another wire. That is called a pitch factor and a distribution factor. And that means to what extent it is distributed. Okay, to what extent it is distributed, that is calculated with the help of a distribution factor. Okay, this first formula and second formula comes in mainly EMD, in subject EMD. For our seniors, this subject is there, that is called EMD. EMD means electrical machine design. Okay, electrical machine design. Okay, you will get one idea that why this power motor should be in that size only. Why large amount of power, large amount of motors has a large rating. Why small amount of motors has a small rating. That is the design point of view. Okay, that is the design point of view. High rating motors have a large area. Low rating motors have a small area. That is small size. Okay, depending upon the size of the motor, rating will be decided. Okay, but whereas here important point is there, no, that is a merits of a high frequency. Okay, whenever we are able to increase the high frequency, we are increase the frequency, then you can reduce the size of the motor, but performance is same. Okay, motor size is very small, but performance is as it is. That is, performance is very big. Okay, it is possible when we are maintaining high frequency. Okay. Hello. Okay. Second formula. Second formula is for motors. P is equal to K D square Ln. Okay, K D square Ln. Here K is the constant and D is the diameter. Okay, D is the diameter. L is the hello.
రాత్రి ఎట్ల దగ్గర ఉంటుంది అది పాపం అంగ లాగేదో పడుతుంది ఇది పెట్టి అక్కడ అక్కడ అలవాడైంది రాకపోతే ఇక్కడ జైల్లో పెట్టి ఉంటుంది పట్టుకుని లోన ఉండేది
26 కొంచెం మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టవా. హలో, మైక్ మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టవా. Okay, thank you. Okay, second formula is P is equal to KD square Ln. Okay, this single formula is one circuit design. Okay. How important this formula is using this single formula. Okay, using this single formula, P is equal to KD square Ln. One circuit is designed.
పాలిటెక్నిక్ అయిపోయిందామని అయితే
అది అయిపోయాక మొన్న సంవత్సరం అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళా రన్నింగ్ వస్తే 2 సంవత్సరాలు వస్తాయి.
3 సంవత్సరం కత్తరు అయితే బీటెక్
బీటెక్ లో 3 సంవత్సరం
నేను ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ అండి. నేను ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ లోకి వస్తానండి
బీటెక్ లోనా.
నేను డిప్లొమా చేశాను.
Okay, thank you. Okay, see here how important this formula is. Just using one formula. Okay, that is P is equal to K D square Ln. One subject is designed. Okay, that subject is a EMD. Okay, that is a electrical machine design. Using a D and a L. D means a diameter of the motor. Suppose this is the motor. Okay, this is the motor. This is the front view, and this is the diameter. Okay, this is the diameter, and this is the length. Okay, this is the diameter. This is the diameter, and this is the length. Using these two parameters, we can design one motor. Okay, only with the help of these two diameter and length, we can design one motor with given specifications. That means suppose a motor is 5 HP motor, 5 HP motor, 220 volts, 5 amperes. This is the required specifications. Okay, with this required specifications and with this diameter and length, we can design the motor itself. Okay, that much important this formula is, that is P is equal to KD square Ln. Okay, where N is the speed of the motor. Okay, next, high frequency. High frequency machines are 1/8 part of the 1/8 part of the original machine. That means we can reduce the size of the motor to eighth part of the eighth part with the previous motor. That is initially motor is 1%. Okay, initially motor is 1%. After designing, we can reduce it to 1/8 size. Okay, we can reduce it to 1/8 size. That is the important of this merits high frequency. Okay, using a high frequency, we can reduce the motor from 1 part to 1/8 part. Okay, that is the important point in a high frequency topic. Okay, again we get the same slide. See here, we get a same slide. That means first topic is completed. Okay, next, second topic. Second topic is a nature of drives. Nature of drives. There are three types of drives depending upon number of motors. Okay, depending upon a number of motors, there are divided into three types: group drive, individual drive, and a multi-motor drive. Okay, let us see the each one. Next, types of motors. Okay, this is the second one. Types of drives. Sorry, types of drives. Okay, types of drives. Now, what is a drive? Drive is a systems employed for a motion control are called drives. That means if a system has a motion control, then it is called a drive. If this motion is with the help of electrical motors. Okay, if this rotating portion is with the help of electrical motor, then it is called electrical drive. Okay, that means if it has a motor, then it is called electrical drive. If it has a not motor, then it is called mechanical drive. Okay, this is the one of the important block diagram in first unit. This is the one of the important block diagram. Source, power modulars, motors, load, sensitive unit, control unit. Okay, this is the input command. These are the blocks, main blocks: source, power modular, motors, load, sensing unit, and a control unit. Okay, in shortcut, electrical drives is the combination of a control unit and a motor. Okay, electrical drive is the combination of a control unit and a motor. Okay, next, source. Source, already we have two types of sources, AC and DC. Okay, here we use one source, either it is a AC supply or DC supply. Here we use a AC supply. Okay, next, power modular. This is the main block. Okay, out of these blocks, this is the main block, power modular. Okay, in the name itself, it divides that power modular. That means it divides the power and gives to motor. Okay, how much amount of power is required, that is given by the power modular. If we are giving let us say 10. Okay, it require only 8. Okay, this power modular divides the power and gives only 8. Okay, that is the function of power modulars. Next, load. After giving output, these output is sensed by the sensing unit. Sensed by the sensing unit. If required output is obtained, then sensing unit stop giving signals. If output is not reached, then this sensing unit gives signal to the control unit. This is the error. This error can be modified in a power modular and given to motor, and this motor gives a output. Okay, this is a closed loop system. Next, source. First block is a source. Here we are giving AC supply, and in this AC supply, high power drives are given for is given for 3-phase. Okay, high power drives are given for 3-phase, and small drives are given for a single phase. Okay, in AC, high power are given to 3-phase, and low power are given to single phase. Okay, next, power modular. Power modular, it performs the following functions. First function is it modulates. That means it increases or decreases. Okay, it will increases or decreases the flow of power from a source to motor. Okay, source to motor. See here, this power modular is between a source and a motor. Hence, this power can be transferred from through power modular. Okay, that means it can increase or decrease the power. And this is one of the important point, speed torque characteristics. Okay, for maintaining best speed torque characteristics, how much of power is required, that much of power is given to the motor. Okay, this power is given by the power modular. Okay, next, it regulates the source and motor currents within the permissible values. Okay, it regulates the hello.
Sir, time అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ మేడం మెసేజ్ పెడుతున్నారు.
ఓకే సరే ఓకే, ఈ పాయింట్ చెప్పేసి క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, it regulates the source and motor currents within permissible values. That means it not only controls the power, it also controls the motor current. Okay, motor current already we know about the starting current, braking, speed reversal conditions. Okay, these are controlled by the power modular. That means this power modular protects the motor with starting currents, braking, sudden brakings, reversal currents. Okay, here we end up the topic and we will continue in afternoon 3 to 4. Okay, thank you all.